The importance of social media in communication is a constant topic of discussion. Online communication has brought information to people and audiences that previously could not be reached. It has increased awareness among people about what is happening in other parts of the world, and Sarah Turney, the sister to Alyssa Turney, did not hesitate to utilize one of the many social media platforms to solve her sister's murder case. Hello and welcome back to Inside Crimes. Hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications for more crime stories. Alyssa Marie Turney, who was born on April 3, 1984, appeared to lead an ordinary life. Her stepfather, Michael Turney, had raised her in a blended household after adopting her when her mother passed away from lung cancer. Alyssa was a junior in high school in 2001. Alyssa continued to reside at home with Michael and her younger sister, Sarah, even though her 4 older brothers had left their home. She was a typical student with aspirations beyond her hometown, Phoenix, Arizona. She was said to have a boyfriend and a part-time job at Jack in the Box. Alyssa Turney eventually disappeared on May 17, 2001, which appeared to be the last day of the academic year. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office later stated that on the day she disappeared, she peeked her head into her boyfriend's woodworking class at Paradise Valley High School and said her stepfather was taking her out of school early. Michael admitted that he had excused Alyssa from school that day. He said that he had taken her out to lunch to celebrate the conclusion of her junior year. He mentioned that they fought about her wanting her freedom, and he took her back to the family house around 1 o'clock and then left to do some errands. Alyssa's younger sister, Sarah Turney, walked home from school on May 17, 2001, when her father failed to pick her up. He was also not at their family home. Sarah went to a friend's house, where Michael Turney finally came to get her and informed her that he couldn't get in touch with Alyssa. The two of them searched for her and attempted to contact her, but with no luck. About a week later, Michael claimed to have received a call from Alyssa, who allegedly told him not to look for her. Michael told the police that Alyssa Turney had disappeared when he subsequently arrived with Sarah. She had left the house to live in California, according to a note that Michael and Sarah discovered in her strangely disorganized bedroom. The note reads, "Dad, Sarah, I made the decision to move to California when you left me off at school today. Sarah, you stated that you wanted me to leave, and now you have your wish. I stole $300 from you, Dad. That's why I saved my money." But Sarah, being 12 at that time, did not think much of it. According to her, she was not worried. She said she was under the impression Alyssa was going to be back and that she never could have believed that her sister was gone forever. Most people assumed that Alyssa's disappearance was an obvious case of a teen runaway. The police concluded that there had been no foul play, and even John, Alyssa's stepbrother, who was aware of her fear of Michael, agreed that she had probably left the house after a confrontation with him. John mentioned that he had told Alyssa to come leave with him, but when he found out she was missing, they all were positive that she had run away from her stepfather since that was what she wanted. Oddly though, John added that she never came to him or to her aunt's house in California, seeing that she had so many options of places to go. But she just disappeared with no trace. There was a lot of misunderstanding after Alyssa vanished. She never cashed out the $1,800 in her bank account and left everything she owned behind, including her phone. She didn't make any calls or get in touch with any of her friends. Despite the fact that a runaway leaving all of their belongings and money behind is highly unusual behavior, authorities did not question the note. Alyssa's family was horrified that she would abandon them, but the police decided not to look into it further. No one inquired much more about Alyssa Turney for 7 years. However, the authorities started to reevaluate Alyssa's disappearance after a murderer by the name of Thomas Heimer falsely confessed to killing her in 2006. After he was taken into custody in Georgia following the brutal slaying of a woman in Florida, Heimer selected Alyssa's photo from a lineup and identified her as one of his victims. Heimer told authorities that he took Alyssa to a motel and violated her, after which he strangled her and dismembered her body in the bathtub. His story contained several details that conflicted with other witnesses' statements about Alyssa, including his claim that she used dope and had uncommon sexual appetites. Authorities concluded that Heimer did not kill Alyssa and that he was only looking for attention, but his confession sparked a larger inquiry into what really happened to the young woman. In 2008, the Phoenix Police Department's Missing Persons Unit made the decision to re-investigate the case of Alissa Turney, and 200 people who knew her were questioned. They quickly discovered some concerning information regarding her stepfather, Michael. These concerning information finally forced them to look at Alyssa's case. Sarah had explained to Dateline that if she was asked if she thought her father was involved in her sister's death, she would have said no. But over the years, she said her father had so many renditions of what happened the day Alyssa disappeared. She said something was not just right. Police were informed by Alyssa's friends that Michael had attempted to sexually assault Alyssa. According to Alyssa's boyfriend, Michael had allegedly tried fooling around with her. Alyssa had also revealed to friends that she had once woken up gagged, bound to a chair, and with Michael on top of her. Police said in 2008 that Michael Turney had demonstrated an obvious obsession with his stepdaughter, Alyssa. According to Sarah Turney, she was invited to visit the police headquarters in December 2008. There, a detective informed her that they believed her father committed the crime because her home was being searched. In addition, she was told her father likely violated her sister. During the Turney home search, hours and hours of surveillance footages that Michael had recorded of Alyssa using home cameras were found by the police, along with contracts that Alyssa had purportedly signed, stating that Michael had never raped her. Michael Turney had reportedly outfitted the house with security cameras, both outside and inside. He also installed surveillance equipment on all the phones, allowing him to record every call. Michael has been described as a strict father to his children, especially towards Alyssa. Sarah Turney even claimed Michael would follow Alyssa to her job at Jack in the Box and watch her as she worked. Michael admitted to using binoculars to spy on her at work. The Turney's home search also uncovered some other things such as 30 improvised explosive devices, 19 high-caliber assault rifles, 2 handmade silencers, and a 98-page manifesto entitled, Diary of a Madman Martyr. Michael stated in the manifesto that Alyssa had been kidnapped and killed by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, and he expressed his wish to retaliate by attacking them. 2 years later, Michael pleaded guilty to possessing pipe bombs and was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison, but only served 7. Sarah Turney, who was frustrated and heartbroken, was told that the best way to keep her sister's case alive was to build a following on social media, which she did. Around the time Michael Turney left prison in 2017, Sarah made Facebook, Instagram, Twitter accounts dedicated to Alissa Turney. She even established a podcast about Alyssa's case called Voices for Justice. Sarah created a TikTok in April 2020 and quickly grew her following to hundreds of thousands. She currently has more than 1 million TikTok followers. According to Sarah, TikTok took off like wildfire. She said it was quite embarrassing, yet it worked incredibly well. She said she was merely attempting to spread the word using the TikTok algorithms. Sarah tried to apply a well-liked idea or music to Alyssa's case. In one video, Sarah performed a dance to the song, The Sign, by Ace of Base, while text that read, "When police say your only hope of getting your pedophile, domestic terrorist father tried for your sister's murder is media exposure but you have crippling social anxiety," was displayed beneath the video. Additionally, Alyssa can be heard saying, "Sarah, Dad's a pervert," in a 1997 home video that Sarah shared on TikTok in the summer of 2020.
What?
Hit the red button now.
I don't want to. How do I record?
Hit the red button.
I'm recording.
Dad! Dad! Dad's a pervert.
Yes, sir. Give me the camera now. And you're still recording. And Alyssa is stupid moron.
Sarah discreetly videotaped her father in a different TikTok and confronted him about Alissa Turney's disappearance. In the video, Michael Turney tells Sarah, "Be there at my deathbed, and I'll give you all the honest answers you want to hear." When Sarah asks, "Why don't you give them to me now?" Michael replies, "Because you've got 'em now."
So, mine and Alyssa's father has been the only person of interest in Alyssa's case for almost 10 years. Yet, the police have never interviewed him. So, I did it myself. And here's what he had to say when I asked him what happened to Alyssa.
Be there at the deathbed, sir, and I'll give you all the honest answers you want to hear.
Why don't you give them to me now?
Because you got them now.
Then why are you making me this offer to go to your deathbed?
I don't know, Sarah. What are you looking for?
She stopped talking to her father and gradually grew a following on social media. Then, in 2020, the ultimate turn in Alyssa Turney's missing investigation occurred. On August 20, 2020, Michael Turney, then 72, was arrested, indicted, and charged by a grand jury with second-degree murder. Sarah Turney wrote on her Twitter that evening, "I'm shaking and I'm crying, we did it, you guys. He's been arrested. OMG, thank you. Hashtag justice for Alyssa. Never give up hope that you can get justice. It took almost 20 years, but we did it." On her podcast, Sarah added, "Without you guys, this would have never happened. Thank you for being my family and thank you for caring about Alyssa as much as I do. This process has been absolute hell. I never wanted to get on media, I never wanted to make my own podcast, but we did it, you guys." Though police did not disclose how they came to arrest Michael Turney, or whether Sarah's social media efforts helped solve Alyssa Turney's disappearance, Sarah's social media campaign was acknowledged by County Attorney Alistair Ottle in a press conference. Sarah said that her only wish is for Michael and Alyssa Turney to receive a fair trial. She also intends to use her social media accounts and podcast to spread the word about other cold cases. What do you think about Alyssa Turney's case? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you all in my next video.